games, you're obviously disappointed.
Yeah, very disappointed. I thought we lacked intensity today in the way we went about our game. Certainly, to a certain point, trace it back to, I've said all year that we've really played the way we've trained, and I thought our training on Thursday was pretty disappointing, and we went into the game with that sort of intensity. And I think that this group has done so well to train and work hard for the pre-season and through the year so far. And today's wasn't a great day, but we own that it wasn't a great day, and we'll move on with next week.
Can you draw any parallels?
I thought we were a bit better in the first half than we were in that first half. That was a pretty disappointing first half, but there's parallels in that we weren't playing great, but two very different games.
Not to be too simplistic, but talk about the week of training. Is it possible that maybe, again, to be simple about it, that maybe the players took it for granted that you're playing a side that obviously has been struggling?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think the players take their footy for granted. Yeah, they certainly a group that works very hard for their football and loves playing football. So I wouldn't have said they take it for granted.
I meant more the opposition, the fact that maybe you thought it might have been a bit easier than what it turned out.
No, I don't think so. We watched a fair bit of Brisbane during the week, and they look to be on the improve. They look to be they're playing for some playing some good football. I thought last week, and we knew they were going to be a tough opposition this week. And if we couldn't stop them with their ball movement through the middle of the ground, then we were going to have a tough day, and we didn't do that.
Did their aggression and physicality?
I thought their ability to win the ball and also their aggression around the contest was excellent. They've been very good at it. They've got good players around the ball, and they were good in that area today and out tackled us, which I think has been the first time we've been out tackled all year. So that's certainly an area that we need to fix up for next week.
You still won a lot of key areas, though.
Our entries weren't good. We didn't handle their spare at all well. We kicked it to merit or their spare too often. Didn't round that spare up enough and didn't use our numbers through the ground well enough. But I thought their pressure was good, and we just didn't use the ball the way that we need to use it. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but there's a bit to fix up this week before we go into next Saturday night.
Early, how much of that hurt you? I think it was only 10 minutes of the game.
Michael's a fantastic player, one of our key leaders, and it was disappointing to have him out for most of the game and having to sub early. So I thought our structure up forward didn't work as well without Michael there, and it made allowed them to be a little bit less accountable and have that spare sitting there, and that wasn't the structure we wanted to go into at the start of the game, and it wasn't the only reason that we didn't win the game, but it was one of the reasons. Yeah, I haven't really spent a lot of time watching it, but I'm sure someone will during the week.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine now. He, the doctor, obviously with concussion, everyone's very cautious about concussion. Make sure that the player is looked after, and there's really no chance after the first couple of minutes that he was going to be going back onto the ground.
What are your thoughts on the video review system and Jonathan Brown's mark there in the last quarter that certainly, from what we can see, looked at it well?
Yeah, look, it's hard when you're sitting in the coach's box. You've got a TV up there, you've got a monitor 100 metres away, but obviously we would have liked to have been a point, and it was given a mark. So we'll deal with it. I mean, there's lots of little issues that you can look at, but the reason we lost the game is that we didn't play the way we want to play week in, week out. And the video review, someone getting knocked out, that wasn't the reason we lost the game. We just didn't play to the standard that we've set ourselves this year.
Do you think that system just generally is worth keeping going? It seems most of the time it's
Yeah, a lot of the times it is inconclusive. If they want to keep it going, they'll keep it going. It's it's not. I think I'm not sure whether stats say it's working or not.
John, do you feel an inability to sort of change things out there?
I thought that, as Hurdy touched on, that their pressure around the football was really good, and we didn't deal well with the extra back, and probably our accountability through the middle of the ground was the reason for that. just thought that we knew that they were a really good sort of inside team, and we just didn't have the same amount of pressure that they did.
You say this spent a lot of time day before. Is that pre-planned or live family injury?
Yeah. No, I think it was sort of when Hurls went down, structure-wise, we sort of needed, I suppose, another reasonably tall person to go down there. So that was sort of due to that. Yeah.
It's been obviously a lot going on this year, Joe. Are there any concerns that players might be a bit worn down or starting to wear down a bit in terms of their mentally just focusing, obviously?
I don't think so. I mean, it has been a challenge for us at different periods, but I think that it was more specifically Thursday's training session was a poor training session. But I thought that the group a week ago was in good spirits going into the Geelong game, and hopefully, last week was just a one-off, and we don't sort of prepare the same way. I think that our preparation this week sort of translated into the way we played. But for the past sort of 7 or 8 weeks, I don't think that the investigation and the side things have had an overly detrimental impact on the playing group.
At the time, did you think it was a bad training session, or was it just on reflection?
No, I mean, at the time, it looked a bad training session.
I reckon you guys would have said, no, it was a bad training session.
So it's difficult because you're trying to, the standards that you want to train at and play at. It's difficult to try and change that when you don't have a lot of time on the ground. But it translated into the way we played, and that's something that as a playing group we have to change. We can't accept that.
Thanks, guys. That's it.